Hey you guys, this is your girl Tammy here. Welcome back, my new subscribers and my old ones. Love you lots. Hey, I'm going to take this chair that was gifted to me from my dear sister and I'm going to recover them. I love the chair. It's very pretty as is, but it does not match my living room. And so I'm going to take all these parts off the chair and I'm going to demonstrate how I reupholstered this chair. So if you're interested in seeing how I transfer this chair to a new look, then please stay tuned and continue to watch. This is a very heavy chair and I believe it's a French box cut with piping. However, I'm not going to replace it with piping. It has screws at the bottom, so you have to unscrew the cushion off the bottom. And I'm actually going to leave the bottom cushion on because the chair, the cover that's on the chair is really pretty to me. So just in case one day I might want to change my decor, I might want to keep that pattern. So I'm going to leave the bottom cushion as is. I'm just going to recover it. Now here are the items you're going to need: a sewing machine, some glue, the bling ribbon, a stapler gun, and scissors. So I have my fabric and I bought 5 yards of this drapery fabric from Fabric World at $3.99 a yard. So what I'm doing now is just cutting out the measurement of this pillow. Again, like I said, I'm not going to keep it in the box. It's going to be like a square cut but not quite boxy. And once I get the cut out, I will continue to measure and make sure it's just the right size. This pillow has 2 buttons and I'm going to reuse those buttons, and because I like the indentation and the look that it gives. So I'm going to recover those buttons as well. And I'm going to unzip the pillow. I'm going to pull out the stuffing because again, the pillows I can remove the fabric off of and reuse them again. So right now I'm just folding it to make sure that it's really neat. And I'm not the best sewer in the world, but I can get it done. So, as I said, I'm separating the fabric. Now I'm onto my sewing machine. And what I'm going to do is sew all 3 sides. And then I'm going to leave an opening to put the cushion because the cushion is pretty solid. It's pretty big, so you can leave a small hole. So, I'm going to go through the cushion. I'm going to sew the fabric, turn it back inside out, and I'm going to see if the cushion fits. If not, you can always take this fabric loose and redo it. Here I was feeling to see if the indentation where the button was, if it was still there, and it is. Now I'm going to fold the edge inside really nice and neat. Then I'm going to take it back to the sewing machine and sew it shut. So I've sewn it shut, and so now I am ready to bling out my pillow using the bling ribbon that I got from Michael's that you saw in my DIY haul. So I'm going to take this fabric. I'm going to glue the bling ribbon to it because fabric glues better onto other fabric a whole lot easier than plastic gluing to fabric. So I folded it into 4, which gave me a nice little crease that I can go by to make sure that they're all equally the same size. Now that I did that, I'm measuring out my bling ribbon. I'm applying my E6000 glue on the back and I'm going to glue it to the fabric strip that you saw me cut out 4 of them, because I'm going to use 1 on each side of the pillow, so you need 4, because I have 2 chairs that I'm covering today, and they're identical, so I want the chairs to be identical and the pillows as well. So now that I have my 4, I decided to clip off the corners because the button is going to be in the center, and I wanted to have a nice little indentation there. So I'm re-gluing it again, so that now the fabric will stick to the fabric. I made sure I glued it quite well. I could have sewn this on, but I was afraid that I would end up breaking my needle, and it's a beast trying to thread and a needle. So I am just adding extra bling because it didn't reach all the way around. It didn't wrap all the way around. So at this point, I'm just closing in any gaps. As you can see, I'm cutting a little piece of fabric here, and I'm closing off any gap. And yes, I'm just lounging. It is about 7 o'clock in the morning. So yes, I'm like in house pajama, you know, indoor, outdoor, whatever, in a t-shirt. And I was rocking this look for a long time before I realized, hey, I never gotten dressed. So you'll see when I realize I wasn't dressed, I'll get dressed. But as you see, the pillows are done. I'm just repatching. So now I'm going to cover my buttons. So I'm cutting out a little strip. I'm going to measure it and make sure that it fits, and I glued it with some E6000 again. And believe me, the E6000 did not work as well, so I had to kind of like glue gun it because it didn't curve around. So now I am sewing in my button. I'm attaching the button, I'm knotting it, and then I'm going to stitch it all the way through to the other side. And this was a task, so my needle wasn't as long as I would like it to be. But you want to pull that pillow through real tight, and then pull the other button on the other side, wrap it around a couple of times. Then you're going to cut this needle off, and then do knots on each side, double knots on each side, until you feel like it's nice and secure and it won't come off. And the type of thread that I used was hair weaving thread because it's like a rope, so I wanted something nice and sturdy. And voila, isn't that pretty? Now for the back cushion of the pillow, I've already cut the fabric and sewn it. I didn't think you need to see that. Did you see that? My cat Willow, she's always in the mix. Okay, so as I was saying, I had already sewn it, and I didn't think you need to see me sew it. I cut the fabric off, and now I am threading the pillow through the pillow that I made, the case that I made. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tuck in the edges, and I'm going to sew it shut. Now it's time to unscrew the bottom. And unscrewing the bottom of this chair was a beast, you guys. Let me tell you, when I say strip screws, it was a lot of strip screws. So this pillow is very, very heavy also, but it is so nice and firm. So, and the bottom is kind of wood, it's really solid. And I was looking at the label, and this came from Rooms to Go. This chair looked kind of brand new to me. So to do this chair, you have to cut fabric to go around the sides, as well as cut fabric for the actual seat cushion. So, and then you got to sew all these parts to the fabric to make it one. As you will see, I'm getting ready to match the siding to the actual seating area, and I'm going around curves, and so as you see me go around curve, I'm going to snip it so that the fabric, I can twist the fabric to go around the curve a lot better. When you're doing this, you have to lift the needle up a little bit, then spin the fabric around, straighten it out, and then continue to sew until you are done. Now I realized I was in my PJs, so I went and put on some clothes, you guys. Forgive me. Totally not prepared, but I don't want to throw away this footage, so I'm going to share with you. Also, you guys, I'm a do-it-yourself girl. The floors that I'm on, I actually did them myself. I got on my hands and knees and laid my own wooding on my floor, just from watching YouTube. So YouTube can teach you a whole lot. So I put my cushion on top of the fabric, and I stapled it, stretched it really, really tight, and now I'm trimming the edges. And that's the back. Those are the sides. And see, that's where I added, because the fabric wasn't long enough, so I had to make it in 2 parts. So now I'm going to put it on the chair, and I'm going to screw it down later, but I want to show you what it looks. The back pillow is now added, and let's get that bling on there. Yes, there is the bling pillow. Now I have 2 of these chairs, and I did both of them, and I'm very pleased with how they turned out. If you like this video, please thumbs up and tell me what you think. I have more DIYs coming up for you soon. If you have further questions, please feel free to ask me. I don't mind walking you through this in slow motion, and hope you like. I'm very proud of my job, and I'm not the best sewer, so my lines weren't quite as straight as I would have liked them to be, but they're not noticeable either. The main key is to make sure this is nice and tight. Well, guys, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I love you guys. Thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't, go ahead and do that now. Talk to you later. Bye.